Bitcoin is now accepted in a country that is in a war, and another person is copying our move, selling its house for Bitcoin. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are on this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, guys, I have 2 epic news items. I have 4 epic charts. I have an inspirational quote. I'm going to keep it short but powerful, as I don't have too much time today on this beautiful Friday. But let's jump into those 2 epic news items. One is pretty funny but also pretty cool, guys. Let's check them. Bam. First news item, guys. We all know there is a war ongoing between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine parliament just passed a bill to legalize the use of Bitcoin and crypto. So it's completely legalized now in the Ukraine to use. All the people there are able to exchange their Ukraine money, I don't even know what it is, their currency, to, it's not euro, no, it's not euro, to Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies now, and trade Bitcoin and trade cryptocurrencies, and also invest in companies that are using crypto, etc. So Bitcoin and crypto are now legalized in Ukraine, which is part of Europe. So yes, Europe slowly adopting to Bitcoin as well, guys. Finally, some countries start to understand in Europe that Bitcoin is the future. First news item, let me know what you think about that. Ukraine now using Bitcoin, maybe even for those people that want to leave Ukraine, that they can leave easily with their capital instead of being forced to stay in their country because of the bank accounts. Now, let's jump into the second news item. Second news item is kind of funny, also cool, because it's a copy of what we did, but this guy is doing it a little bit bigger. So we have this real estate tycoon, Grant Cardone, his name is. He sold his $43 million house for over 400 Bitcoins. This is a real estate tycoon, somebody that owns a shitload of real estate, became filthy rich because of real estate, and he's saying now, hey, I'm gonna sell my $43 million house to get more Bitcoins. Why? Because I do believe that the Bitcoins are going to outperform all the real estate I ever had. $43 million house for 400 Bitcoins. When I sold my 300K house, I received already 100 Bitcoins. So, in other words, I did it a little bit better. I sold a little bit more early. I saw the gap. I saw the opportunity a little bit earlier than Grant Cardone, but he had a bigger house. He had a $43 million house sold for 400 Bitcoins. We sold our house for 300K for 100 Bitcoins. I think if you calculate right, the house at that moment we sold was 300K. At the moment, if I would want to buy back that house, is I think around 400K, maybe 450K. I would require at the moment around 4.3 Bitcoins, maybe 4 Bitcoins to buy back the house that I sold for 100 Bitcoins. So that means my purchasing power since I sold the house has increased with 25x. I'm able to buy 25 times more now than I was able to buy at that moment when I had the money on the bank or in my house, guys. And that is exactly what Bitcoin does, and that's exactly what Grant Cardone also starts to understand. Oh shit, the Bitcoins are outperforming all the real estate. Let's exchange 43 million into 400 Bitcoins, because in 10 years time, that will be 400 times 1 million. That will be 400 million instead of 43 million. 10x, again, same result that we had, a little bit less, but still a very big result. 10x means 1000% profit on his Bitcoins in the next 10 years, guys. That is what he believes. That's what the President of the United States believes. That's what other institutional investors believe. That's what BlackRock believes. That's what countries like Ukraine, all over the world, people start to understand the true power of Bitcoin while the sun starts to shine in my eyes. Yes, Bitcoin is the best performing asset of the last decade, will be the best performing asset of the next decade. It is the best store of value of the past decade. It will be the best performing store of value of the next decade, guys. It is just the best asset out there, as it is decentralized, doesn't depend on government, doesn't depend on wars, doesn't depend on other people. We, the people, still have the most to say when it comes to Bitcoin, as we hold the biggest part. We hold still around 60 to 70% of the Bitcoins is still in the hands of retail, guys. Please, let's keep it that way. Don't sell too soon to all those people. And if you sell, buy back at the bear market bottom, guys. That was all the news. Let's quickly jump into the charts as Bitcoin was touching 111K again. What do I expect for this weekend? I'm going to show you on the charts. Bam. The first chart for today, guys, is the 4-hour chart. Just check this beautiful chart. I told you guys, this is the move that I want. You know, I told you guys we're going to go up, we're going to retest, and then we're going to explode. Look, we went up, we came down, we retested. It's like a little bit different, but the move is the same. We go up, we come down, and we explode. The target is 115,000. That will be the next resistance. If we break that, that would be really positive. Look, we already are breaking now that downward trend. You know, this one over here, we need to go higher than this. So if I draw the line, let's say, I would say a horizontal ray from this level there. This is the level we want to break to completely destroy this downward trend, because this is the lowest high of the trend. And if we create a higher high again, that is destroying this one over there. So really beautiful that we destroyed this one, we retested that one, and now we need to move up to 115K to even validate a beautiful uptrend again, guys. Now, that was the short term. Here, if we look at charts.bitbo.io, the links are all down below. If you want to use this one, look, everything is green, green, green. Nothing is in danger zone. So yes, for me, amazing buying opportunities around this area if you want to have that last part of the bull cycle until the end of the year. And if I'm going to look at my favorite charts, for example, the Pi cycle top, look, we are not even close. Not even close to reaching the Pi cycle top. The Pi cycle top is when that light blue line touches that purple line, when it crosses that. So that's the 111-day moving average crossing the 350-day moving average. Simple moving averages, guys. So here this light blue needs to go close to the purple for me to be able to call a bull market top, as that has happened every time. This top exactly at the cross, this top exactly at the cross, that top exactly at the cross, this top exactly at that cross, guys. So yes, those lines need to get closer. One of my favorite charts, but there's many other favorite charts, guys. We get the halving spiral you can find over here. You can see that we are enclosing, you know, there's above the 100K line. Next will be the 1 million line. A lot of beautiful charts you can find on this one. Just go down below, click the link, and just check it for yourself. Like, you can see the prices after a lot of charts. You can see it over here, guys. That's also, look, the top area is here. We still have a couple of days to go. 30, 60, 90 days before we see a bull market top, guys. Amazing charts. Let me jump into some other interesting charts as well over here. This is the first one. This is, of course, the Bitcoin price against the global M2 liquidity, so all the money that's globally around. Now, the interesting thing is the global M2 already increased massively. If the Bitcoin price would do the same, it's almost like 80 to 90% correct in correlations. The lines keep staying together. There is a small distance sometimes, but then they correct again and come closer. There is a small distance sometimes, but then they should correct and come closer. If Bitcoin would repeat what the M2 has done, we would end up at a price of 0.2 million, which is $200,000 per Bitcoin. I'm targeting still $160,000 per Bitcoin. So for me, a little bit lower, there is the target. When? In the next couple of months. Again, guys, I'm calling October, November-ish, that will be the top. So we can see here, September, October, November, somewhere towards here, that's where we see the top over there, guys. The blue line still needs to go into euphoria. Then I have one more other chart. I first need to show you this chart over here, guys, because you all know that this chart is my chart where I tell you there's 3 strategies you could have taken. And these 3 strategies would have led into different results, but all very positive results. Now, I told you on the top here, you can see 500-day strategy. You buy 500 days before the halving and you sell 500 days after the halving. That would have turned 1 Bitcoin into 5.8 Bitcoins in 2 cycles. 3-day buy signal and the buy cycle top strategy. You buy the super trend 3-day signal, the buy signal, and you sell at the buy cycle top. You would have turned 1 Bitcoin into 11 Bitcoin, so that's a better performance. And you have the buy 365 days after the all-time high and sell the buy cycle top. You would have turned 1 Bitcoin into 18 Bitcoins. 3 very profitable strategies. Now, a very good friend of mine has turned these strategies into a table. I'm going to show you this table now because he tracked his performance. I'm not going to call his name because then you know who it is, but he tracked his performance and shows us how much he made because of using one of these strategies, because I shared them already years ago in a video, guys. Now let's jump into that over here. This is the table, guys. Let me see where my face is. Let me put my face there. Now just check this table. If you want to pause the video to analyze it, just pause the video and analyze it, but this one is showing you exactly what I'm saying. These are my 3 strategies there. Now the first one, the 500 day before and after the halving, that one you should have sold yesterday or the day before, because that is selling 500 days after the halving, okay? Now, just check it. If you bought on 2015, that's 500 days, 26th of February before the halving, you bought your first Bitcoin at $237. That's what it says over here. The halving in 2016 was 9th of July. The price was already $650. Then you sold on the 21st of November 2017 for $8,000. You returned $237 into $8,000 by using that strategy. Now, then you go into the second cycle. At that moment, on the 29th of December, you buy Bitcoin back. That's 500 days before the halving for $3,725 per Bitcoin. You were able to buy 2.173 Bitcoins, which is $8,097, which we stopped over there. The halving was in May 2020, around 8,500. 500 days after the halving was the 23rd of September in 2021 at a price at 44,900. You turned those 2.17 Bitcoins into, in that moment, $97,600. You started with 236, turned that into 8,000, and now you turned that into 97,000. Then again, 500 days before the halving of 2024, you bought on the 8th of December at a price of 17,000. You at that moment own already 5 Bitcoins because you turned 97,000 divided by 17,000, you buy 5.6 Bitcoins. Halving is in April 2024 at 64K. You sold a couple of days ago around 111,000. You sold in total for $630,200 US. You will be able to buy back that bear market bottom again 500 days before the halving. But at that moment, you are increasing that 5 Bitcoins probably to at least 11, 12 Bitcoins. That's a 500-day strategy. Now the second strategy is even way more profitable because by that strategy you would already own 11 Bitcoins at the moment and you will sell at the Pi cycle top. And the third strategy, you also sell at the Pi cycle top, so we're waiting for that moment to flash, then I can fill these numbers again. Very interesting. Pause the video, analyze it for yourself, look at the numbers. There is no better proof than the past. This is exactly showing you the power of Bitcoin, guys. That were the charts for today. Let's jump into the next part. Use my special link down below here to sign up to Bybit and claim your amazing bonus up to 30,000 US dollar. You will receive $30 for just signing up. Use my link down below and click it now. Moving the camera a little bit because the sun was a little bit too bright in my eyes, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the charts. Short term, a lot of volatility, which is, again, I keep repeating, amazing for the traders. But if you are an investor, which you should make up your mind about, are you a trader? Are you making trades each day? Or are you an investor? Do you just buy Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin for the long term while somebody starts to make noise on the back, guys? Yes, please understand, if you are an investor long term, don't worry too much about the volatile market. Just worry about the 4-year cycle, Bitcoin being higher each 4 years. Even if you buy today at this price of 100K, in 4 years time, the price will be higher than now the 111K. That's how you look at it as an investor. Each 4-year cycle, the price will be higher on the exact same date. Short term, You need to try and trade and multiply your Bitcoins by trading or by using a trading algorithm which is making around 40% a year. Yes, that's the short-term part. Long-term, keep stacking sats in your pension fund. Keep stacking and adding Bitcoins as a store of value to your reserve strategy, your pension fund, because that one will increase in value and it will increase your purchasing power tremendously in the upcoming years. Just like you saw the example of my house. It increased my purchasing power. I can buy 25 times the house back now instead of one time if I would have held it in dollars. Even worse, I wouldn't even have been able to buy the house back in euros. Why? I sold for 300k. Let's say I received 300,000 US dollar and kept that on the bank account. The house price increased to 400k. My purchasing power is decreasing because I have it in dollars or euros. I can't buy back the house now. Because I sold the house for 300k, exchanged it to 100 Bitcoins, now the house will cost 4 Bitcoins, so my purchasing power increased, I can buy back 25 houses. That's the secret of Bitcoin. I know you're not too late. People always say, yeah, you were lucky, you were on time. If you buy now and Bitcoin goes to 1 million, that's also 10x. 10x means also 10 times more purchasing power. Guys, that was all for the charts. I hope you really enjoyed them. Give them already a thumbs up. Let's jump into the last part, the inspirational quote. Bam. The inspirational quote for today, also short but powerful, guys. But life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Everybody is always saying, yeah, he's searching for himself, the true core, he's searching for this. No, you are able to create. You are able to create. You're that intelligent, you're such a beautiful human being that you can create yourself by doing what you love. Not by thinking about what you can't do, but by thinking about what you can do. Just change yourself into that person that you want to become. And then you're creating your life. And you're creating yourself. You're not finding yourself. You didn't get lost. You were born. It's not like some people did get lost, like people that are really completely crazy or that really are burned out or really are like not in true connection anymore with the core self. Yes, they got lost and they are like finding themselves, but they could also choose to create their new self. You can just create your new personality. You can change today. Maybe you were always really like not friendly to other people. From today you can say, from now on, I'm going to be friendly to other people. You're changing and creating yourself, not finding yourself. You're deciding who you want to be, guys. And if you do that, you can also decide on other parts of your life, where you live, what you do for a job, who you love, who you don't love, what kind of passions you have, hobbies you have. You can create that person yourself by believing in what you want to reach and what you want to do, not on what you can't do. Cannot, can't, don't focus on that. Just forget those words. Just start to focus on what you want and what you can do and what you can become and who you can become. You can create a better version of yourself each and every day just by doing it. Not by thinking about it or dreaming about it only and visualizing and manifesting. Also start to do it. Become that better person. Start to smile to other people. Start to share your wealth. Start to do better for the world. Not think about it, not talk about it, do it as well. And then you create your own new life. You're not searching for yourself, you're creating a new version of you, an improved one. So that's the inspirational quote for today. You can always create a better version of yourself by just becoming positive and doing, guys. Now that is everything for today. I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news? What do you think about the charts? What do you think about the improved version of yourself? Are you able to do it? Yes or no? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching. I wish you an amazing weekend. And for all the VIPs, see you next week in Mallorca. Bam.